Need to vote on the minutes of the previous meeting?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Robert, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the monthly bills and transfers. 005 highway, 138,961.29. State tax matching, 006 54,439.42. 007 bridge, 235,616.87. 017 county motor fuel tax, 99,641.45. 917 township motor fuel tax, 1,359.61. Any motion? Ollie?
Second.
Robert, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There's no any public comment? No. No. Okay,
First I have on is clear an award for letting that we had yesterday morning. The first item we had was for Oakley Avenue, northwest side streeter. We have the bridge over Vermillion, we're doing bridge repairs to it, and there's also a box culvert that's about 800 feet east of the bridge that we're replacing. We had two bidders on the project. E Construction for $521,349 and Toby's for $542,364. Our estimate was at $527,823. E Construction was a low bidder and they're about 1% underneath our estimates. I'm looking for a motion to concur in the award to D Construction.
okay, any motion? Connor? Joe? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yesterday, we also had a letting for buying rock salt. Whereas with our email getting switched over, we never got contacted about getting on the bid. So we didn't part to get into that program. So we took it out to our own letting here this past Tuesday. We had 4 bidders on it. We had Compass Minerals bid at $73.42. Detroit Salt Company bid at $69.63. Salt bid at $59.54. Our low bidder was Cargo, $7.43. Last year, our CMS bid was at $73 a ton. So we're $15 a ton cheaper than what we were last year.
That's not bad news then.
No, it's not bad news. It's good news. It's not as this year actually Cargo with the CMS bid. We were on the CMS bid. They were down closer to $50 a ton. So we didn't get our best price.
Because of the volume, yeah.
But we still got a very good price for what we did the year before. So we're looking forward to the current award to Cargo for our rock salt.
Okay, need a motion on that? Ollie?
Yep.
Bob?
Sure.
Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next on the agenda is our utility permits. First permit is 1932R on County Highway 44 in Richland Township. It's for Leonard Telephone. And Leonard Telephone already had a permit in for installing fiber along County Highway 44. We are looking at getting internet service to our Leonard building due to COVID going on. Right now, we separated our maintenance crew into 2 crews, a south crew and a north crew. So right now, down there, we do not have telephone service down there and we don't have internet service down there. So we're looking to get internet service down there for the guys down there, so when he's doing his reports, now he doesn't have to drive up here to do his reports, and then drive back down, he can do them out from down there. We're shut down our internet service to Serena, so cut that off already. Like $140 a month for internet at Serena's and Frontier. Through Leonard telephone, we're looking at having a bill under $50 a month. So looking at saving about $100 a month just by going from one location to the other location. But with COVID not going anywhere and the crew being separated, we've got them separated since they came back. You guys been driving back and forth. We said, well, still shut down that. We decided to switch the service down to Leonard. So we already gave them a verbal to proceed with this. If we want this to get installed as soon as we can get installed. They are looking at getting a board underneath next week and then should have service by the 1st of December, somewhere on there.
So we need to vote on that.
We do them all at once. Next permit is 2048 for Opperman Construction. This was for putting under County Highway 29 in Kingsley. We were going to put in a service for 29 right away to right away, boring all the way north. And they're proceeding with the work. We gave them a verbal to proceed and go ahead. So looking for approval on that permit. Next one's 2050 for Ameren in LaSalle Township. This is over there where the park lights at Rotary Park. They had to modify their existing permit a little bit. First, get a service drop down at a different location. They're putting an aerial above County Highway 13 across the road and put service down. We have no objections to this permit, so we're looking for approval for that permit. Next one's on County Highway 44 for Groveland. It's for Heartland Cable Systems. They're 444. What it was. What's down there for solar power farms there in the, that's connection to a substation. Next one's 2051 for ComEd along County Highway 6 and 30. They're upgrading all their poles to that stretch of road. We have no objections to that permit. Next permit is for 2052 for R.E. Larkin. Putting a fuel tire underneath the road, County Highway 19. He's going from right-of-way line to right-of-way line. And he's going about 5 feet of cover over the top of it and underneath the road. The last permit is 2053, County Highway 33 in Walton Township. This is conjunction with our cross culvert project at Pecan Creek. This is moving the Ameren and AT&T's fiber optic to the right-of-way line, which gives us about full clearance off the end of our wing walls for the new box culvert.
So Okay, we need a motion on these. Wally? Elmer?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next we have on the agenda is the highway committee meeting dates for 2021. We stick them with third Wednesday of the month.
Motion on that, Susan.
John, Amanda is questioning if WebEx is working.
Yeah.
Looks like it's on. The thing is the mic is muted. I do see, her, but if she's watching through YouTube, she should be able to hear.
She may be having a board member question it though.
Yeah,
That's
the
trying
board
to
members
get
are
out.
trying to get in.
Let's say that
They
they're-
can't get in.
She claims the access code is not working, John.
Chuck, the normal one? The normal one?
No,
That's probably the one trying to get on.
I was
Probably trying. Is it something, I can't remember, wasn't there something where I had to go down and get into highway meetings, I don't know if that was.
All kinds of scratch.
They're trying to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to pull in, but I'm kind of bouncing between screens on my phone and I'm not typing quick enough, so. It's.
What you pay for a snack on hand?
Nothing. The guy was trying to get me to buy something.
How much you spend?
Nothing. She takes me out and doing it. Because you know, I went through a couple of apps.
I thought they were all red.
They're supposed
They
to.
sent that.
They went through a fire and they got wet. What's the difference? It either burned. It's like, it's okay, well,
He
then
sends it to me
somebody.
every month, so.
This was 9 months ago.
But I just have never compared them.
Yeah.
She ticked me off. I didn't say that word. I said, I basically said, it's good.
They still sell the kits for the ranches?
No, they should have. They're supposed
Sure
to.
they could. They fire.
This is why I never did that. That's what you're like.
Then you want to
So
slow down,
the
you
kids,
can.
they're still putting kids
Yeah,
in?
do it again.
Yeah, I never got it was with
It's the
kids.
same, it's not started.
What they did is they just went to where, just give them one, give you one branch.
No, they are doing, they still do know every place.
You guys do
Go to your,
I remember we used to,
This one?
I told them, I was not very much.
if you go to your left, right below the home, there's a little calendar.
Right over here.
Left to right.
Oh,
Because when I worked for them, that's what we would do, is just put in a new.
It was roll up, and then hit the start on the highway, everything, yeah.
That's it.
Oh.
It's still a snap on.
Oh, yeah. I won't mind anything.
But I heard that's what they did, so we had that ratchet started, here's a new ratchet.
No,
You can't know which one.
Cause I had a ratchet and I snowed in, so I was there and I saw a stumble. I said, hey, you know,
Is
he's
it stopping
this
there?
truck come up.
You can check the verify.
Ratchet.
I think they help.
Depends on the dealer.
It's in the same time. What the participants.
I don't know
see
if I
what
can
they're-
learn how to do it.
Doing the semi.
I don't know how to do that. So it's probably not doing it, it's in the middle. And it's going to.
He's buying automatics next time.
Just working out. I'll put some name down, I'll let her know.
That's all it's needed. You know, you went through.
Very careful. We're at the 150 hours.
All right, guys, let's get back to business here. I need a motion on the meeting dates.
So,
Joe, thank you, Elmer. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Next on the agenda, I had was resolution for the county engineer salary program. The state has not came out with their letter yet, so we'll push that off to our December meeting. After that, I have a proposal for dual ionization air purifiers for the highway department. I know the property was looking at getting them installed in all the buildings, but they were just gonna buy the ones for here and let them and see why we wait to install the HVAC system in this building. See, you give us a quote to install the air purifiers, or should same similar ones to what they're supplying the rest of the buildings. Gave me a quote of $2,160 to install them, 5 units here in the highway department. And he other than that, he won't stand behind the warranty of the building still for a year, because he already did the original work and he was also going to same work back to these furnaces.
So if we put this in, our warranty isn't,
It's not getting voided,
is not,
is not.
okay.
Say that again, Chuck.
Okay, if we install these on our own here, the warranty on the furnace is not gonna be phased in the back. I mean, we're still gonna have our same warranty on the furnace, right?
Yeah, we got the 1 year.
And it's gonna cost how much for him to put it in?
$3,160.
For five units. We have
And
5.
that was who was gonna put it in, I mean.
No one was gonna put it, they were just gonna buy them and send them in a box for a year.
Property committee, has been talking to several different organizations, well, I shouldn't say several, 2 different companies. And because of how the head, the main complex is and the downtown complex, it's quite complicated to get into some of the areas. We have hot water heat down at the downtown one, plus we got it at both places actually, and that's something that they have to work around. But we were gonna try and involve the highway in it, but if they can do it on their own for that kind of money, I didn't think that.
So we're kind of on our own to get this.
Yeah, I think,
Well, they were worried about having their contractor come and put them in this building and voiding the 1 year partial labor warranty on the building.
Okay.
So we went to go out to Chapman's, who was the one who did the HVAC system in this building. And he gave me a quote and he's to stand behind the warranty of the building. He's just touching the devices he already put in. It's the same contractor coming back to
To me,
it.
I guess it makes sense to have a guy that put in the everything.
same unit.
when you can.
Yeah, but like
So
this, we
when
can't.
we
Right.
vote
No,
on
I'm
this,
just
it's
saying.
gotta go back to the property committee, or can we go
It's
forward
coming
without?
out of highway funds.
It's coming out of highway fund, so what do you guys think? I think it's a good thing to do.
That'll be in this building here.
Yes.
That's, all 5 of them are for this building or?
It's only for this building. The truck storage building does not have any forced air, so you really can't put that system over there.
Okay,
It's all radiant heat off to
that's
the
what I
top.
thought, that's what I heard.
And out in the shop area, of course, you can't put it in those areas either, because the only thing heat out there is the floor heat, and when else got unit heaters up in the ceiling, where the floor heat can't keep up. So there's no air movement out there for that. So it's basically the office space forced air moving through, so where the air conditioning systems are all hooked up to. And with that, right now, our furnaces right now in this area really don't run right now, because the ground floor heat's providing all the heat. But we still can make them cycle through, or it's there's running fans only, so it's still cycling air through them and purifying the air.
County property meeting also. What's everybody feel?
I guess my only question somebody might ask is, did you get another bid to see, you know?
I don't know
I don't
that
know
you
if
have to for $3,000.
I think the concern would be avoid the warranty if we have somebody else.
Yeah, that's the only.
I mean, I'm just throwing that as,
I agree.
that I think we need to discuss, you know?
What do you think? Would that be a situation for a $3,160 bill?
Probably,
Oh my gosh. I think that if we're gonna null and void our warranty, I
Well,
think it's
it
foolish to
costs us
even-
a lot more than the $3,000.
Yeah,
If we're saving 500 with somebody else or something, well, if that's the case, I don't know what the case is.
Chuck, I understand completely what you're
Yeah.
saying about, you know, this guy and Don and.
personally, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've ever had to unless it's 30,000 or more.
there's certain things that it's hard to get two bids on
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
And
and that's
this
true. I
might be a
just,
situation where you're at.
and I understand that. I'm just bringing up that,
No, I know that. This is just to be the smartest move to do without voiding our warranty and everything, but let's, there you go. Gary?
You have money in your repair and maintenance budget to pay for this,
Yes.
then you've been allocated to the budget to do things. I would say that gives you even more clearance right there. It's not like you're, again,
I'm fine
out for a
I'm fine with it. I just wanted to bring it up.
No, I know.
For a minimal amount of that, I would take the heat for it if someone says something.
Yeah.
I mean,
No pun intended,
You've
right?
got a good solid logic as to why you're gonna do it.
I'm just saying, you know, might only be $100 cheaper and then you're, somebody else coming in and.
Well, at the point, the warranty in the building might be
Yeah.
void, so at that point,
Absolutely, Don. I
I mean,
agree.
that's a valid explanation for it, like, you know.
Right.
I'm good.
and I went through and talked to Kurt about this, and he felt the price was fair too, so.
I mean, how about,
I'll make a
Get a
motion.
Second.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed, motion carries.
Those are just saying, don't go.
Who's on?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I need to ask.
Who the callers are? We just made a motion on the heat, Norm? I don't know.
Doug Tringer.
State your name again?
Norman Sedloff.
Oh, Norm, okay.
All right.
And the second caller?
Tom Walsh, I'm not on the committee.
Okay.
So Norm, were you in favor of going forward with that system? Yes, I am. Okay, thank you. Motion carries.
Next on the agenda, we went up and provided driveway access for a parcel of property that's up along County Highway 3, just north of Sheridan. When the new bridge got realigned, there was a parcel of property provided to it. At the time, it was an abandoned house and no one was living there, so they didn't provide access to the house. Well, now the parcel was sold off to someone else and they're going through and they want to start occupying the house. So we went through and worked with the property owner. He agreed to excavate earth out of the area if we'd haul the gravel in for him to get access to the house. So we hauled in 243 tons of CA6 so he'd have access to his parcel.
Where's that at, Don?
It's on the west side of County Highway 3.
Here's Sheridan,
That's
the
the
north
So
bridge.
it's just north of Fox River. So you can see where the old bridge went through, and when they realigned the bridge, they didn't provide access to that parcel. So at that point, the house was abandoned.
That used to always, the reason that they did the bridge work there, that used to flood tremendously.
We provided an access road for the other parcels there, and we just extend the access road further to the south within our current
Right away.
right away. So just let you know, if anyone has any questions, that's what we did. Give them
I
access.
don't think there's anything else you could have done, I mean,
I can't give them access, there's a bridge right there, you can't go to the rest of it, would tie it into the access road. We unsuccessfully tried to get the township truck from Brookfield Township. We weren't too unsuccessful. The truck went for $100,020. Our bid was $100,010. I think, actually, we probably would have got it if he was to sealed bids. But he has a tendency, once you go in person, you can raise your bid once you're not the low bidder anymore. I mean, not high bidder anymore. So Otter Creek Township bought the truck for $100,000, $20. So be it. But at least we opened our communication with Brookfield Township. We're looking more to acquire his used loaders, backhoes, stuff like that when he gets rid of those. Those pieces of equipment will be about 5 years old and they're gonna have hardly 80 hours on them. And we're gonna get about half price of what new one is. So hopefully we can be successful in getting those pieces of equipment when we put up for sale here in the future.
so what did they have, they allow people at the bid opening process to raise their bid?
Yes.
So maybe we should have a representative there next time.
Next time, this time I wasn't too worried about getting the truck
Right,
because it really doesn't fit 100% our needs. That's just why we're putting the price in where we put the price in at.
We were invited to come that night and we knew the $100,010, so we didn't even bother.
right,
going.
yeah.
And that's what we discussed.
But exactly,
Maybe
So,
we'll
but I
pick up
think
the parameters.
when we get to the road graders and the unloaders and the backhoes, one of us should be there.
And we'll set a high and a low.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the max you can go is X amount and, right.
But this wasn't something that we thought we needed, but
Well, if he doesn't have belly scrapers, you don't have anything that really doesn't fit in our
everything we
police.
discussed last
So
week.
we had a spot we could have used it.
Right, yeah.
Because we got roads that we put straight salt on it and have curb and gutters, so it really doesn't need a wing plow out there, because there's nothing for you to wing to because you wing into a curb. So a belly plow would have been nice to have on it, because that's when it gets stuck to the road, it kind of get up, but then when you spread straight salt, it will just eat through that fast enough where you can plow through it. So we had roads that we could use the truck on. So, but it would have been on those certain roads that we the truck on, was not we could take it off and drop it off someplace else. So we thought, if we got it, we got it. So I'll just let you know what the results of it was, so going forward. Here, this is at the highway department. We had the one full-time temp that we hired last year, Jake Kalsak. We're looking at bringing him back again this year because we still have the one employee who's on workman's comp that will never get off workman's comp. So we'll bringing Jay back for 90 days. People sign up that we want to come in and plow snow in case we have mass sickness this snow season. And we have snow event going on where we gotta get roads plowed. We need bodies to get trucks to plow the roads. It is situation arises. So if you know anyone that has a CDL that wants to drive a truck this winter, we're looking to take names.
Come on, you don't want to live in Arizona when you can be out in town, snow.
I was looking right at him.
I see you put his arm down.
I hope I don't get a twitch.
No, just telling where status of it was at. Don't tell us today for the highway department. We generally do this on a yearly basis, kind of kick off the snow season. We bring all the trucks in, clean them all up, get them all equipped with snow plows, like that. We have the guys get next to their truck they're gonna drive this winter, and we take pictures next to them. We take pictures as a group. And all of that, we generally do some training here at the highway department. We have Jim McGovern coming in here after lunch to provide some training to the highway guys. We're gonna sit them in the shop, spread them out, So we got plenty of space over there, so we are plenty of social distance to do some training yet. You guys are more than welcome to stay, check out the trucks, check out the plows. And Brian's been taking everyone's lunch orders, so we're getting lunch catered in from Rosati's. Next on the agenda is a resolution for naming a portion of County Highway 4 from County Highway 15 to LI 71, Jerry Hicks Road. We're gonna take this to the full board to let them decide whether or not we want to name this stretch of road County Highway 4, Jerry Hicks Road. So, what do you guys, all guys' feelings are on this resolution?
How does Jerry Hicks feel about it?
I wanna know what kind of shovel you have too, because the winter's coming.
Gold shovel.
Okay, you need to make a motion on that.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Joe, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Same sign opposed, motion carries.
Norm said I too.
I think Norm said.
Norm, you said aye?
Yeah.
Okay,
You folks are aware where that actually is located?
Not exactly.
Okay, so if you're in Marseilles at the head of Main Street, that's actually County Highway 15 kind of goes through that. It'll take you up north towards Route 80. That's the main road that we just gave up to the city of Marseilles. If you go up to that flashing four-way stoplight where we've had all those issues in the past where there's been rework. If you go left or right, that's called, well, we've always called it Morris Road.
More black.
North Black
Right there it is.
So if you take a left, you're going west, you're gonna go what, 3.5 miles?
It's right there in the.
Okay, right to Route 71, so.
Yep.
How far is that? Is that maybe 4 miles?
The 71
Yeah.
is, that would be 24th Road, so it'd be about 4.5 miles. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Usually you gotta be dead before they make snow factory.
Maybe sounds
I don't know, Joe Hedl and Joe Norton, they were still alive, and Jerry Johnson was still alive too, thank gosh.
Left on the agenda is road projects updates. On County Highway 15, East Fleming Road, they are out there starting level binder today. Hopefully the level binder today, down today and tomorrow. They're gonna go out there and get the first lift ag shoulders put down then afterwards. And hopefully follow up with that surface yet this year. So we're looking at still getting that road, as far as the road part done. The seeding landscaping will probably go to next year when we get around seeding, shaping the ditches 100%. Down on Wolf Creek, County Highway 5, they are pouring the bridge deck today. And they'll pour the bridge deck and they'll cover it, and they gotta cure it for 7 days, and at that point they'll start working on the approaches. We'll see if we get the approach pavements in this year. We get the approach pavements in this year and we can get the guardrail up like that, we might get that road yet opened up before the snow flies. Depending on when the first snowstorm comes. City Fort Bridge, nothing's really gone on City Fort Bridge yet. Which I still can't believe they haven't gone down to remove trees yet, because they have to get them removed by early April next year for the bad restrictions.
Who's doing that, Don?
ICC Group, they're out of Elburn, Illinois, they're the same ones that did the Spring Valley River Bridge. But they, as far as we know, they think they've got Homer contracted to do the tree removal, so when Homer comes in, they're gonna take about a day or 2 days to remove all the trees, and they're done. They'll fly through it. We're proceeding forward with our box culvert for next year on County Highway 33. We're looking to get that to letting it in March. So it'll be an early spring job. So the spring floods go away. They'll be starting on that box culvert. And then we also got the twin to it on County Highway 9 that we were looking at doing next summer too. We're hoping for a later letting with that so we don't both of the structures close at the same time. And we also have 2 other box culverts, one on County Highway 18 right there. just east of East 19th Road, I think it is. And then one down County Highway 15. So those are bridge projects for next year. And of course, we got our Keep Seal program will be going next year. We're working put together. Along with that, IDOT just came out with their TARP solicitation letter for projects. Ballpark, think from like North 43rd Road to North 46th Road. That's still posted at 27 tons. And I know most truck traffic on the road weight limit signs. So we're gonna possibly put in a TARP application in to upgrade that road to get it to where those trucks can legally run on a road, and also that we're not destroying our road underneath it because we have overlaid trucks driving across our roads.
What route was that?
County Highway 2. From North 4350 to North 46. So I'm banging around to see if I want to try to leak that into FY22 because that's what the TARP funds would have to be used by. I know in FY23 we would be looking at putting TARP funds for County Highway 15 from County Highway 5. County Highway 5 down to 18. Actually down to the Livingston County line. No, all the way from 6. It's all the way from 6 all the way down to the county highway line. You know, we're planning on doing that in 23. That's when we use our federal funds. Hopefully maybe use some HSIT funding that we're. As you can tell, we got the whole building down. We paid $6,000 in tipping fees at the landfill to haul building away. We hauled the broken concrete up to Western, get rid of the concrete because it had mesh in. We couldn't break up and use it as riprap. So we went to Western to get rid of it. We were looking at maybe getting, I think, about $1,000 in salvage out of the steel that was in the building from Simcoe.
We got one, so what we took early on, we already got paid for, and then I just took some stuff yesterday and the day before, so I don't know, I haven't been up there to get the money yet.
So probably about $1,000 from that. So ultimately, we got the building down for $5,000. That's what cost that we paid out.
When their initial $25,000 was thrown at us a year or two ago, wasn't it? They had to take it down, have a contractor do it.
Have a contractor.
Had the crew here take care of it.
Yeah, we still paid salary, still paid fuel and everything to do it down. So
Sure.
instead of those costs, we have.
Cost no matter what.
But we're still not quite done with the parking lot yet because we still got to have Cameron remove their power pole. To no way, so we don't need that power pole with the transformers on it anymore because our transformer is now located right here north of that building. So they can come and remove that building, so where some more of the parking lot's gonna go. So once we get that done, we can get all our gravel in yet, hopefully this year, and underground in. We're gonna let it sit all winter long, and next year we'll put a bid out there to resurface the parking lot. Process of abandoning our ground storage tanks. We pumped out the fuel that we could pump out over into our above ground storage tank. We had environmental service come in to finish pumping out the rest of the tank because we pumped it down as far as we felt we could get without taking a lot of sediment out of the bottom of those tanks and put it into our new tanks. So we've had environmental service come in to finish pumping the tanks all the way down to where they're basically bone dry. We are now in the process of going through oil marketing to abandon tanks in place. So we gotta make that petition to the OSFM through them, and we'll see what their response is back from them as far as abandoning those in place. For the building itself here, we went through the other day with the building commission, so everything's up and operational the way it's supposed to be, except for the car lift that we have in the shop area. It's still not hooked up. We need an air hose right over to it, so get the release to drop it back down. And also the one safety feature on it's still not hooked up. So we're still trying to work through that, get that done. We have one man door where the hinge was messed up on it. They have the replacement door ordered. Probably should be in about 8 weeks, I guess. At that point, they'll get that door replaced. We also still have some electrical issues where some lights aren't working. Some lights aren't burned out yet to get replaced yet before we say the building is 100% done and all them to get their retaining that we're still holding. That's about everything I have. Any questions?
Okay, I need a motion to adjourn, yes? Wally?
I've got one other thing on, I'm sure everybody knows, but, we were told to try to cut the budgets on everybody for 2%. I know it's not good news and everybody's not gonna wanna hear that, but, even after budgets we submitted, I was talking with Brian Doze and we said that we needed to talk about cutting. That's something that we should, be looking at for the future. That everybody's gonna have to do, not ours, just that everybody's gonna have to do. It might be food for thought. I don't know what, where, how, or what, but I just thought I'd let you know about.
Original talk, when I talked to Joyce, we were just gonna use our cash balance to balance it out. I mean, this year, right now, I am burning a surplus in my budget that I was planning on carrying over next year, and so then I had shown the $200,000. We're probably gonna have about 300,000 go over, so at that point, I still will have that cash balance from this.
I just wanted to make sure that we
year.
were looking at that.
As far as highway and the other ones are very similar to that, so. For bridges and special tax match.
I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of it.
Okay. Wally, need a motion to adjourn? Joe seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Phil.
Jared's up in, the Kiln. And Eric just got laid off. Oh,
That's right here. He's been in
I was
the,
over at the training center.
but he's been in the last year now.
Second corner.